Hello everyone, how are you doing this evening? How are you doing today? Whenever you find this video, how are you feeling? Have you done a good solid check-in with yourself today? I'm going to be looking at your person's energy. I'm doing this reading for Sag and Capricorn, doing them separately. Okay, so you could have both of these signs in your chart or one of them. Perhaps your person has the sign, but I'm looking at what's happening in your person's energy. I'm looking at what the dynamic is between you. It's always nice to know, what is the purpose of you being in one another's energy at the moment? What is the purpose? What is it you should know about this energy dynamic between the two of you? What are their true feelings and what are their true intentions? And we're also looking at a likely outcome. And then what I want to add to it is, for those of you who are interested in somebody new, to just see what sort of energies are coming up. If you are looking at a new person, you know what Spirit wants to share with you. So that's what we are doing, and we're doing this for Sagittarius and for Capricorn. If you are new, it's nice to have you here. I hope you decide to become a part of the community, subscribe. If you take the time anywhere during this video to like, to comment, to share, because you find that you resonate with the message, great stuff. I appreciate it. I like sharing and interacting with you in the energy. For my subscribers, before starting any reading, I always tap into the energies of the sign that I'm reading for or the group that I'm reading for, and I automatically open the channels for healing and breakthrough. So if you subscribe, it makes it easier for me to channel this remotely in your direction. Okay. If you don't know me, I'm Elif, High Priestess Elif. No tools medium, born gifted, spiritual healer. I'm an intuitive reader. Spirit is with me in my ear, showing me impressions, showing me the various energies. I then get to translate that. My job is to translate what I am receiving from Spirit about your situation in a way that you will understand. So at no point am I sharing a personal opinion. I don't have any bias or judgment into your situation. I am sharing with you based on what Spirit reveals to me. Okay, so everything that I say from the beginning to the end of this reading is me channeling. I always ask that you take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition. Ask your guides and your keepers to guide you through this reading. You've been led here for a reason. Ask them to help you to recognize intuitively what is meant for you and what is not. Don't ever take anything that is not meant for you and try and make it fit. It's not going to serve. And really, with everything going on at the moment, nobody needs that. So allow your guides to guide you. Keep an open mind. It is a general reading. It's not going to fit for everybody, but there will be messages that come through specifically for you. I do tell a nice, accurate story with the help of my guides, and so I'm grateful to my guides and keepers for helping me to do what it is I do. You've entered a sacred space. The space is blessed. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flame burning, and I give thanks to the spirits of air, fire, earth and water, specifically fire and earth, since I am looking into Sagittarius and Capricorn's energy. Okay, now let's begin. I'm looking at Sagittarius. We're starting with Sag. Thank you, Spirit. And already Spirit is saying to me that somebody has really discovered, they figured out how to carry forth the beautiful energy that they encountered with somebody very special. And they felt that since this person has left their lives, that the sun's gone out. And they've tapped into such powerful healing and to such powerful realization that in the 5D, in energy, the sun never really goes out. They've tapped into this 5D love connection, even though I can see that the reason why there's possibly been a little bit of parting ways or distance with these two, whoever it is you have on your mind, Sag, in the 3D, is because they've been finding themselves in a back and forth energy for a long time. Okay. So, thank you, Spirit. We're looking at Sagittarius person. What is their person's energy? Cards are always wanting to jump. Spirit wants to talk. Do I take these? Yes, Spirit says I must take them. It's a whole lot. Okay, taking them. Thank you, Spirit. My cards are always jumping. There's so much energy because, as I say, the channels are open from the time that this video starts running, and so it's already active, it's already here. So me doing a whole intro, your person, Sag. So we already know huge abundance, joy in your connection. You have experienced a lot of favor, not only you, your person as well. But there is a yo-yo energy that's created a separation. And the beautiful thing is you have not been sleeping on this. You've really been doing your work and constantly reaching for new levels of healing and love, even though you felt devastated by the separation and things not working out. So your person's energy, your person is still juggling a lot of things. There's a lot of conflict around them that has become very, very real. I think before they weren't taking it so seriously. They thought they could manage it, but it's become very real. They've begun to recognize the magnitude of these energies that they are juggling and the effect that they actually have on them. Your person is really, really missing you. They find themselves constantly thinking about this new beginning, this beautiful connection that just didn't take flight. You guys couldn't get this off the ground, very possibly because of all these different dynamics that your person has been juggling. Feeling it's their responsibility to handle things, feeling it's their responsibility to come to a place of resolve, peace, harmony with these people. This didn't really serve because it created a great rift here between you guys, and they really felt safe with you. They felt heard, they felt connected, and they're really missing that. They are missing their friend. They are missing their soul lover. They are missing this kindred spirit, this person that absolutely got them on every level. Because your person needed to gain perspective. They have been gaining perspective. And I see that they are gaining perspective about their addictive behavior, about their codependent behavior. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. With the devil, that for me is self-imposed bondage, addiction, codependence, behavioral patterns that they really believe in, and they find themselves drawn to doing the same thing, not realizing that they're just repeating the same cycle in different ways. They've been gaining perspective about what they consider their addictions, because you'll see with the devil, these two people are not really shackled. They can come out of the noose at any time. It's very, very loose around their necks. But because they believe that they are in bondage, they won't move. And your person's gaining new perspective about that. So we're looking at your dynamic. Thank you, Spirit. What is it that is at the heart of your connection? Okay. So, Spirit is saying that you were able to come into, both of you were able to come into one another's lives. A connection here began to activate, allowing your inner children to rise. Childhood wounds that needed to be addressed, to be recognized. Also for your person to realize that if they ever want to progress and move forward in their lives, they need to be willing to trust their intuition, trust spirit, and take a leap of faith. This person seeks stability and security. And what you've come along to do is you've come to show them that it is something that you have innately in yourself. It's not something you create around you. Your person has really been in a burdensome situation for a long time, trying to walk away from it, but they couldn't get themselves unstuck. And with this new energy of love, this new fresh energy of love, they found themselves tapping into the strength to recognize that they've been in the cycle for too long. And you've come to help them to heal their inner feminine, to allow the inner child to be heard for the both of you, specifically for your person, spirit is showing me, and to help for both of you to be able to balance karma. Beliefs that you might have had about relationships and who you are and your situations that held you in a backward place. And spirit says you both had a tendency to doubt the goodness that flows into your life and whether or not you are deserving. You both have a tendency, and I'm saying had because I sense there's been breakthrough in a lot of these areas, a tendency to question and to be curious but careful about any goodness that will flow down into your life from the heavens because of a natural distrust. And this needed to be fixed. And the only thing that could fix this was the star. So you coming into your person's life and them coming into yours, it's like a star that came down from heaven. This is wish fulfillment. You experienced so much of yourself in this person that lit you up. And you for them as well. And so this activated a lot of healing. So this healing needed to begin to be activated, and therefore that is the purpose, that is the basis of it. So allowing space for healing and allowing and understanding that now is the time for that, and holding space for one another and you for your person is absolutely what you should be doing, and many of you have been doing that. Continue. What are their true feelings, spirit? This person is in despair without you. This person is in despair. This person cannot understand why they still don't feel peace. Why they still find themselves wrestling internally, wrestling mentally, going round and round as though they're stuck in some kind of maze, especially when the world goes quiet at nighttime, thinking about you, thinking about what they've done, thinking about what this is, why it is still so active in their energy, what they could have done different, what happened, what they expected from you, and how disappointed they were, and how disappointed you may have been in them. Lots and lots of thoughts. This person, spirit is just not going to leave them in peace, because they are holding themselves so far apart from what it is they've come here to embrace and to experience. This person was doing this thing for a very long time, and Spirit said it before, where they were very, very rooted where they are and still playing with the idea of having a different future, having a different life, going back and forth between it. This person's come out of that. This person doesn't want to be without you anymore. They feel that you are home. They feel that you are what Spirit is showing me is they feel like you are some kind of energy source that they were able to tap into, that you are that fertile ground for them to grow with, and now they just feel lost. they do find themselves constantly recognizing how stuck in their ego they are and the work that they need to do, and they feel that you are so intertwined with that. What are their true intentions? Their true intentions is not to give up on love, not to give up on their ideal, what they believe love is supposed to be. They came here with that knowing. They've been searching for it all their lives. They are working towards it, and they know that the sun is going to come out at some time, at some point. This person is, their intention is to walk away from a situation that is not emotionally fulfilling and to come towards true love. But they know that they need to establish, they need to keep working on their relationship with themselves. They know that they need to fill their own cups. This person is working. This person is speaking to source about you. This person wants what you offered them because they are thirsty without it. They everywhere they look, this is missing. It reminds them of what you offered them. That is so beautiful that they will not be able to find anywhere in the world or in anyone else. They're speaking to source. They're constantly going within themselves. What is the most likely outcome here? Thank you, Spirit. Well, there's definitely an end. It's definitely an ending. This person is already grieving bit by bit. So they're slow. This is a very, very slow pony. Okay. But this person, their experiences have forced them to take things seriously. And every step that they take to closing out this cycle, they grieve a little bit. The beautiful thing about this is that this moves them as every minute, every hour, every day, they draw closer and closer to their abundance, to their happiness, to the sunshine. So Sagittarius, that is your person. They are working. They're making the right moves. At the moment, there's probably no communication. This person, when they think about you, they're processing everything up here. I think it's because here it's a little bit difficult to process. They find themselves diving too deep and feeling like they're going to lose the plot. So they do it up here. It's to maintain some sort of control. They know what they've got to do. They know that they can't rush it. They know they've taken very long, but they want to do it properly. So for those of you who are interested in a new person, Sag, let's see what Spirit is saying. If you're looking at a new person, okay, I'm going to take these, okay. For those of you who are looking at a new person, okay, so what Spirit is showing me, Sagittarius, for many of you, is that it's not time for you to If you are looking at someone new as a means to, so that you can feel you progressing, don't force it. Don't force it. That's what Spirit's saying. It is time for you to continue. And if you haven't started yet, many of you have, but it's time for you to just focus on what you're doing right now. Focusing on your money, your goals, your career. Being with yourself. There's so much more for you to discover, Spirit says. You are busy bringing. You need to understand and know you've already manifested your perfect match. You don't have to go out looking for them. And if you are looking at them to see whether or not they fit, then it's not the person. You have been doing incredible shadow work. You are balancing karma. You don't have to go looking for anybody because you feel as though you've been left out in the cold and you don't want to waste your time. There's nothing wrong with loving somebody from a distance. There's nothing wrong with loving somebody even if they're never going to be with you. What is it with us that we feel that if it's not about somebody being your partner and sharing their life with you, that, you know, like you don't need somebody. You want the right person. Don't try and fill whatever it is that you feel or are experiencing as a void with another person. That's not love. Allow yourself to continue to fill yourself until that need is no longer there. To fill yourself until you no longer feel that that loving someone and them not choosing to be with you has any impact on your worth, because it doesn't. There's so much more to the story that is going on in the 5D. We base so much of our truth on what's happening in the 3D, and a lot of it is an illusion. If you feel the need to push forward to be with somebody new because you don't want to waste time, don't run from your past mistakes by trying to correct them in the present. They're gone. Don't keep them active now. There is no making something happen. It's going to flow into your life naturally. Trust that. Okay? Sagittarius, that is your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this message with you. It's a beautiful message. If you found that it resonates, you can comment, let me know. Thank you to those of you who have liked, commented, or subscribed. You make it possible for my channel to grow. I appreciate it. I'm sending you so much love and light. And for other people who need to see these messages, to receive them. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. I'm moving on to Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. We're looking at Capricorn's person. We're looking at what is happening with Capricorn's person, their energy. Oh, yeah, no. For those of you who are new, I'm a no tools medium, intuitive reader, born gifted. Most of my reading is channeled. I have spirit in my ear, bringing me messages, impressions, showing me energy. It is my job to interpret that in a way that you can understand. So I may use stories, analogies. None of them are personal. It is just my way of translating the energy to you. Everything that I say in this reading, from the time that this recording begins to the end, is me channeling. So if you haven't been here before, what I always ask, or if you haven't watched my videos before, what I always ask is that you take a few deep breaths. Settle into your intuition. Ask your guides and your keepers to guide you through this message, to help you to know and to recognize what is meant for you and what is not, to help you to recognize the messages that you might have a tendency to project onto your person or somebody else that are actually meant for you to be open to receive it, so that you can be set free from whatever is creating blockage in your love experience. We are looking at your person's energy, Capricorn. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Your person you might be a little bit frustrated at the moment, not knowing where they are going, how they are moving. But this person is really taking things slow. They are trying to make sure that they don't make any mistakes. This person's trying to really release and trust the process. They believe that in the end they surrender to whatever needs to be, and in the end it'll work out perfectly fine. You, on the other hand, want things to be happening constantly in a way that makes you feel secure. You rely on what is happening outside of yourself, with actions, events, steps taken, and so forth, to decide whether or not you feel stable. Spirit wants me to say to you, that's not how it works. Stability has to be rooted from within. You can't rely on this person for that, for a sense of stability. You're setting them up for disaster. I am seeing that because of this different dynamic in energy, your person has really gone inward. Could be that the two of you are not as close and as connected as you once were, because there is a recognition here of codependence and very possibly addiction, toxic behavior. But this person is doing this because they see this beautiful life and future with you that they want. They do also have a tendency to want to do things on their own terms. There is a bit of ego there that is still very, very present. But hopefully with time, as they surrender more and more, they will be able to break through and release themselves from the self-imposed bondage. What is your dynamic, Capricorn? Why are you in one another's energy? What is the purpose of this connection? So Spirit says that for many of you, this is a twin sorry, I don't know why I said that. A soulmate connection. The two of you have been working diligently towards certain things that you'd like to achieve in your lives individually. But the both of you have a tendency to be inspired, find yourself moving in the right direction, and then losing interest. And then when you see that suddenly things are looking different, it's not going so well anymore, you don't understand why, because you feel you've done the work before. But what you need to recognize, Capricorn, is that a spiritual journey, your life process, you are energy, right? You are constantly creating your experience in this 3D reality with your energy and your beliefs. And what a lot of people think with a spiritual journey, or with you discovering yourself, who you are, that once you get to where you're comfortable, you can stop. It's not like a degree where you go to school for a couple of years and then you receive your qualification, you graduate, you put it up on the wall, and you never have to do anything again. It doesn't work that way. It is a lifestyle. You have to choose it every day. Because there is this lack of diligence, perhaps due to misunderstanding things, that thinking once I'm there, so now I'm good and everybody else has to catch up with me. There is some karma that needs to be balanced here, and the two of you came into one another's lives to help you balance that. For me, karma is not so much, you know, a lot of people believe you come into this life with past life stuff that you didn't do right and now you got to fix it here. You come into this life with a clean slate. It is your beliefs that hold you in a backward place. It's because you think that you don't deserve certain things and you've got to earn it that holds you in a backward place. Because then your behavior and your actions and your energy align with that. Balancing your karma is about changing how you perceive and experience who you are and your reality. It's your perspective. Nobody holds you in bondage. You have free will. You get to choose that. Nobody holds you to your mistakes, except that you constantly carry that energy around and you keep repeating it because you feel like that's who you are. So changing your perspective helps you to look at things from a point of view where you see yourself differently. You don't see yourself as your mistakes. You see yourself as apart from them. And so you begin to give yourself an opportunity to show up differently. And that's all anybody wants. So when you start showing up in a more loving, open energy and vibration, you are able to ooze that and pour that, flow that from yourself into other people's lives. There's some shadow work that needs to be done here. That is also part of the purpose. The two of you have a tendency to only listen to the messages from source, the synchronicities, the signs, going inward, speaking to source when you feel troubled. It's a constant. You need to keep the lines of communication open. This is a soulmate connection. And what is necessary here is that you move from relying on this to tapping into this and allowing yourself to live fully from a heart space. What is Capricorn's person's true feeling? So there's a lot of lessons here between the two of you. You've come to help one another work through a lot of stuff. This person feels passionate. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of chemistry. You guys inspire one another. There's beautiful communication here. I'm seeing a lot of passion. This is very, very physical, very passionate, very 3D based. As I said before, I can't make this up. It's showing me you guys are not settling here. There's no longevity in a relationship if you're only keeping it alive in the physical, if you're only keeping it going sexually, if you're relying on the sexual chemistry. When do the cracks start to show that you don't have the capacity to fill your own cup emotionally? So now you're looking at the other person, they're looking at you. You can't do it for yourself, so you can't even begin to do it for them. It's never going to happen. And then you start to look at one another as though you are emotionally unavailable. You don't trust one another. Now you start to project your stuff. They feel as though you are not being honest with them. They feel as though you're sneaky, as though your one foot is in, but the one foot is out. What is Capricorn's person's true intentions? So it looks to me like you guys are not talking. They don't trust you. They feel like this whole situation with you has been a battle. But they want to end that. They want to come out of this pause, this feeling stuck. They realize that they feel stuck because they're not feeling they're able to move forward. They don't know what to do. They don't want to give up on this relationship with you. They feel as though you make things too much about money. They feel defensive about their financial situation. And they know that this season between the two of you are not over. So the intention is to get to a place where they feel better about their money, They don't want to give up on this. They'd like for you guys to start talking again, and they know that this is not over. But why is it that they feel that everything always comes back to money, or what you guys have, or what you guys don't have, or what you guys should have? And that makes them feel a little bit inadequate, like they're not enough for you. Spirit wants me to point that out. What is the most likely outcome here for Capricorn Spirit? Spirit says you're going to have to learn to take a gamble. You still find yourself innately tapping into old habits of behavior. You have tendencies. You don't want to take a risk. You don't, you want to know what's going to happen all the time. This makes you a little bit controlling. You need to learn to be playful. Be free about it. Don't be so caught up with these things. You've entered a very favorable season. If you allow yourself to do that, to not need to know every calculated step and how everything's going to work, and just to be present in the moment, there's a lot of favor that's going to come in here between the two of you. Looks to me, Capricorn, that a lot of this is up to you. Let's look at Capricorn, those who are interested in somebody new. Looking at somebody new, wondering if somebody new is coming into their lives. Perhaps they've gone on to dating sites or whatever. They're starting to make themselves available. They're really wanting to bring new energy into their lives. Do I take the Spirit? Yes. Spirit is saying, remind Capricorn that they have karma to balance. They have a soulmate connection. And their actions is not going to erase what they feel, because their feelings indicate the energy that they are sending out. Don't bring somebody new into a situation when somebody new is not going to change your energy. You're going to take your energy with you. That's why people find themselves in many different relationships, and then they say, why is it that I always attract the same kind of person? You attract according to your vibe. Deal with your vibe. Don't look for stability in another person. What's going on here? Spirit is saying, nope. Don't move forward. You know the cycle is not finished. That's not fair. Don't welcome somebody new in, because you're going to be using them as a distraction when you know that all of your energy is still with this person, and that they are really the only person that you want, and there's a reason why. We try and force things with our actions. We think we can change reality by enforcing certain actions in the 3D. Everything is created in the 5D. It takes a little bit of time for us to come into alignment with it, so that it actually manifests in the 3D. Enforcing actions that go against that does not undo what you are calling with your desire, what you've created with your desire. This is why, as a reader, somebody that reads energy, I can tell you when I tap into somebody's energy, this is a divine connection. And you can tell me a million things that have gone wrong with it. Energy doesn't lie. Those millions of things that have gone wrong, there are reasons for that. And you always get to make another choice. Some people can show me a situation, and I tap into the energy, and they say, I've never felt about anybody about the way I do about this person. I feel such an intense connection. I look into the energy, I say, this is not your person. This is a karmic soulmate. You have lessons to learn. This is never going to work. You can stay in it and you can try to force it. You will only cause yourself pain. Energy doesn't lie. And guess who called this beautiful soulmate into your life? Not destiny, not some force outside of yourself. You've called it on a soul level. You know what it is that you have, that you want and desire. You know who it is that you've come here to meet and what they will feel like. And just because they're not perfect doesn't mean that that's not them. Thank you, Capricorn. Thank you for allowing me to channel your energy. If you've left a like, comment, or subscribed, thank you so much. It also helps me when you subscribe for me to tap into your energy and to send healing your way for breakthrough in love. If you'd like to get a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Until next time, beloved, love and light. Take care. Bye now.